Well, hello everyone. Yes, I'm back here at the dog park again, another day. And I'm here today as kind of a follow up to yesterday's Wisdom from a Dog Park. I got a number of messages from you guys all complimenting me and thanking me for my sharing and my story. And you enjoyed the overall message, but you were moved by what happened with myself and one of the people I was trying to treat when I was a paramedic in New York, the woman who fell and broke her wrist. And it felt real good. I was, it was positive, and I was enjoying the accolades I was receiving from people. But the spirit started to work on me just a little bit and saying, hey, let's not get too big a swelled head, because you haven't always done the right thing yourself, Mr. Randolph. And I said, oops. So let me give you some counterbalance. I worked in New York City as an EMS, with EMS from 81 through 88. And I ran into all different types of situations, no ifs, no ands, no buts. There was this one day, and it was a hot summer day, and we had been busting our hump all day long. On average, when I was a paramedic in New York City, we probably average 8 to 10 calls a day during a normal 8-hour shift. We had 8-hour shifts. We didn't do 12 hours. We didn't do 24 hours. It was 8-hour shifts. And so an average of 12 calls, or I should say 8 to 10 calls a day, was not unexpected. This day was a killer day, and I don't remember how many calls we had. I do remember it was later on in the shift when we got a call for what was termed as a sick. If you know anything about the triaging system when you call 911, everything has priorities behind it. And sick is usually at the bottom of the list, behind shootings, heart attacks, broken bones, you name it. So we get to this woman's apartment. Again, now I'm working in the Upper East Side. If you know anything about New York, the Upper East Side, the Upper West Side, where I was working out of, is where those who have money live. Many times people's bathrooms, the way they decorate their bathrooms, cost more than my father's house. Talk about people with penthouses on Park Avenue, Fifth Avenue. You're around the Metropolitan Museum of Art and his Museum of Natural History. If you know anything about New York, that is where the money is. So we're at this woman's apartment, and we get in there, and she first thing says, well, I don't know what the problem with you people are. I called 3 hours ago or something like that. Told me I had to get to my doctor for an appointment, and now I'm late. What's the matter with you people? Now, I don't know if that you people was, just talking about us as EMS, or was directed at me specifically as a person of color, because my partner at that time was not a person of color. It's a white dude. But I just knew that, after everything we had been going through, call after call, I was ticked off. And my partner wasn't very happy either, because, we had, been humping through the whole day. So the police had already been there and left because they knew it was a sick call, and, they had other things they had to run around and take care of. So we're both mad, but I took a deep breath. Okay, lady, you need to go to the hospital? Yes, I need to go to the hospital, she said in a very indignant tone. I said, okay. My partner didn't want to take her. He was trying to figure out some way to not take her. I said, no, we can't do that because that's abandonment. But what I did was, there's this form on the ambulance call report where we're supposed to take them to the nearest hospital, but they can request to go to a different hospital. So I said, okay, ma'am, here's what I need you to do. I just need you to sign the back of the form that you're requesting transport to the hospital. Okay, she signed it. I got on the radio and I said, I need special permission to be able to transport this woman to the hospital, to a specific hospital, which is not, right in the area that we're in. Things had calmed down just enough that they gave me permission to take this woman. Now, this woman lived on 74th Street and York Avenue. The nearest hospital, which is where her appointment was, is New York University Hospital. Yes, NYU Cornell, which was at 72nd Street and York Avenue. So I loaded her in the ambulance. I gave my partner the call sheet, and he said, well, we're going to take it out? I said, yes, but look at where we're taking her. And he looked at the sheet, and then he giggled. Got in the ambulance, drove. 10 minutes later, opened up the door, and we were at Harlem Hospital at 125th Street. And, 135th Street and Lenox Avenue. Not a white face to be seen. She's like, what am I doing here? I said, ma'am, you said you need to go to the hospital. This is the hospital that we service out of, so we took you. Well, I'm supposed to go to New York Hospital. You should have told us that. You said you want to go to the hospital. We took you to the hospital. You didn't request New York. She was livid. She was mad. We had a nice laugh. She didn't even go into the ER. Just got out. I don't know if she took a cab or the subway back downtown. All right, I shouldn't be laughing about it because I did not do the right thing. But sometimes, I let my human emotions get out of the way. Okay, one more quick story. This may not be the kind of wisdom you're normally used to, but I need to get this, off my chest so I can at least let you people know that, while I'm struggling with some of these things that we see going on, especially in light of the protests and the sometimes riots that are going on over the death of George Floyd, trying to find peace and wisdom throughout all this is not always easy. Another call, this time on the Upper West Side, right off of Central Park West. We had a call for an injury. An elderly white woman had fallen in the shower, had broken her hip. Her nurse's aide was there. So my partner and I get there. Again, it's me and my partner was at that time white. The police were there. We get in there, find out the details. I say, okay, while you're getting the information from her nurse's aide, I will go in, get her vitals, and we'll get ready to wrap her up, get her on a stretcher, and get her out of there. So I walk in the bathroom, and this woman starts going, ah, 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 ah. And my partner yells, hey, Mike, what's going on in there? And I said, well, you figure it out. You got some old white woman, helpless, lying butt naked in the shower, and some strange black man walks in. What do you think she's going to do? How do you think she's going to react? 2 seconds later, you hear this rip-roaring guffaw of laughter from my partner and the two police officers who were in the other room. Again, we treated her right. We got her to the hospital, everything like that. But was I taking advantage and making light of a serious situation? Yeah, I was breaking the tension. But last night, God was working on me saying, incidents like that are why you cannot get a swelled head, because you did the right thing. And he led me to this verse from one of Paul's letters. Paul's letter to the Romans, chapter 7, verses 15 to 21. I really don't understand myself, for I want to do what is right, but I don't. Instead, I do what I hate. But if I know what I am doing is wrong, this shows that I agree that the law is good. So I am not doing wrong. It is sin living inside of me that does it. And I know that nothing good lives in me, that is, in my sinful nature. I want to do what is right, but I can't. I want to do what is good, but I don't. I don't want to do what is wrong, but I do it anyway. But if I do what I don't want to do, am I really the one doing wrong? It's the sin living inside of me that does it. I've discovered this principle of life, that when I want to do what is right, I inevitably do what is wrong. So I guess the bottom line is this. I appreciate all the sentiment you have said about the challenges I've had to face as an African American here in the United States, and especially relating to that particular call in Central Park. And while I do appreciate that, I really, what I need more than your thanks for doing the right thing is your prayers, so that I can always avoid doing the wrong thing, so that I have the strength to do the right thing and avoid doing what's expedient and what's wrong. We all have our faults, our hurts, our hang-ups, and trying to do the right thing always sounds easy. It's always easy to say, but having the strength to do it is the challenge. And anyone who says that, oh, I don't fudge, I don't hesitate, I don't hedge, well, you know what? I need to meet you right now because I need to learn from you. I need to draw from you, because we all cut corners, we all compromise, we all sometimes don't go along with what we know is the right thing. So please pray for me that I always have the strength to do the right thing, even in the most difficult and challenging circumstances. So that's all from the dog park today. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here comes Pappy. Yeah, I know you had to get the obligatory shot of the dog. Roxy's, I don't know if you can see her, she's all the way down there. Okay. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Peace, 2 fingers. Love and soul. Do that right thing. Bye.